Hi, Jürgen here. I wanted to talk today about going on to podcasts as a guest and give you 3 tips how you can show up as a fantastic guest and make a deep connection with your audience and really contribute to the show and to the podcast host. Now, before I get on to the tips, I just want to give a shout out to all the hundreds of wonderful guests I've had on the InnovaBuzz podcast. You've all been awesome, so you don't need to listen to these tips. You've got all this nailed. However, you're welcome to join me, so let's dive straight in. So, as I say, all my guests have been wonderful, but I've listened to podcasts as a listener where it's just there's been something missing. The guest hasn't connected with me, hasn't addressed my needs, doesn't know enough about me, doesn't know how the show runs, seems to be lost a little bit, even though they might be experts in their field. So here's 3 tips how you actually show up on the podcast you're making a guest appearance on. Deliver the best value you possibly can, create a deep connection with the audience, and of course, showcase your expertise and know-how in the best light. So the first tip is preparation, of course, but detailed preparation. Listen to a number of podcast episodes of that podcast before you go on there. So you know how the show host runs the show. You know the kind of questions that he might ask you. You know the structure and the flow of the show, the tone, and then you're much better prepared to go on there and perhaps even quickly answer questions such as my buzz round, which is the standard in each one, even though the rest of it is just a conversation. The second tip is learn something about the show audience. Find out who the audience are, what are their needs, and how can you best serve them with your gifts and your talents and your knowledge. And the third one is when you listen to the show, find out how to pronounce the show host's name so that you're not mispronouncing their name, but you actually know how to do that. Now, in my case, I have a name that might be difficult to pronounce for English-speaking people. There's lots of folks around who have unique names like mine, and I like to have my name pronounced correctly, and I'm sure most of us have that in common. So learn how to pronounce the host's name correctly and also find out what they call their audience so that you can connect with their audience by using the name of the community that the host has. So there's 3 tips for you, how to get on a show and showcase yourself as really connecting with the audience and also showcase your talents and your insights and knowledge in the best light possible. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to hear about podcasting in general, and have a fabulous day. Let's make marketing human again.